Hello and welcome to the 123 business plan for this opportunity. I would like to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Matthew Johnson. I am in the business and I'm creating this video with this PowerPoint to be intended as a tool to be used by many. I would encourage you that if you find any of the information here interesting or helpful, that you reach back out to whoever it was who sent you the video. That said, let's get started. This entire business model is based on threes. So each slide will talk about one step or all three steps in this business model. So that said, as we move forward, business trends are rapidly changing. In the past 100 years, we've seen a few different models. The first model is your typical five and dime brick and mortar store business model. This would be not necessarily your Walmarts, but companies that have a store where you can go to and buy products. They order from manufacturers who produce products at a certain cost, and then those manufactured products then get channeled through importers and then wholesalers and then retailers until finally they end up in the hands of the consumer. And each step along the way, they've been marked up. Just a small amount typically, but still marked up nonetheless. And so the consumer obviously pays the most for these products. In this column one scenario, let's say the product costs the manufacturer 25 cents to make. The importer would then sell it for 50 cents. The wholesaler would then sell it for 75. Then finally the retailer would sell it for $1 or more. And that's what the consumer pays for something that costs 25 cents initially. Now column two is something we should all be familiar with. This is your typical Walmart setup. Sam Walton came along and he realized that, hey, if I cut out the importers and the wholesalers and the distributors, then those steps there in the middle, in this area right here, now represent 50 cents in that first column scenario that is available to be somewhat fluid. So Sam was able to recoup 50 cents. That allowed him to drop the end price for the consumer, as well as increase his profit as a businessman, because that money is now no longer going to these two steps right here. And then finally we come to the third step, or the third column, and this is more like an Amazon or an eBay type of situation where there's a lot of drop shipping involved. You typically order things online, whether it's from the manufacturer or not. You're buying online and it's being shipped directly to your door. And so in this scenario, you have no retailer per se with a building that you would go and visit to buy things. Instead, you go to a website and purchase, and then the manufacturer ships directly to you. In this scenario, we then have cut out this retailer option and we recoup some of that cost yet again. And so the consumer makes money, and so does the company. The goal of this business model is threefold as well. You want to be financially free, and this could be for the purpose of recouping time or money. We'll get to that later. But basically the first step is to start your own business. The second step is to duplicate yourself. So that's why I've created this video. I'm duplicating myself. In this scenario, it's in the form of a video, but ideally, the way this business is set up, I would come and talk with you directly, one-on-one, face-to-face, and I would explain this business model in the form of a plan or a showing, which is what I'm doing through this video now. And I would present this same information to you, and then once that's been done, you now have the ability, should you choose to follow the exact same process and steps as what I have. And if you do that, then I have duplicated myself. And if you do that with others, then you have duplicated yourself. The benefit there, the way I like to think about it, let's say somebody broke their arm and they went and visited a physician to have that dealt with, and the physician gave them a brace and then they paid the doctor. That's going to happen one time. they're not going to do that more than once for the time that they broke their arm. They may come back for a follow-up, and they'll pay for the follow-up visit as well, but unless they break their arm again, they're not going to pay the doctor a second time for breaking their arm. When you duplicate yourself, that's exactly what happens. You get paid multiple times for having done something once. If I bring you in and I teach you how to do what I'm doing, then I'm duplicating myself. And once that's done, there's now two of me doing what I was already doing. And so I'm getting paid multiple times for the same act that I already did one time, and only did one time. And third, create ongoing income. Obviously, if I'm duplicating myself, then there's ongoing income, because what I did one time is now being done again and again and again on my behalf through the person who's doing it on their own behalf, which gives me ongoing income. To be successful in this business, you need to want more. The best example that I know of would be one of these two following examples. You could be a single mother, for example, with 3 children, working one, if not 2 jobs to make ends meet and provide for your children. It takes up a lot of your time. You don't have time with them to spend on the things that are important to them, or to pour into them with things they may need help with, because you're spending that time working to make money to put food on the table for those children and to pay for the things that they're interested in doing. In this scenario, you want more. You want more time with your family. You want more money for your family, to where you don't have to invest as much time away from your family for your family. The second scenario would be a husband and a wife, where the husband works and tries to provide for the wife and the family, and the wife works as well, because what the husband does just isn't enough. And so now the husband might want the wife to not have to work, to be able to be a stay-at-home mom, or to maybe only work on the things that she wants to work at, whether it's fruitful financially or not. In this scenario, you want more, you want better. And so this is key to being successful in this business. Second, you need to be leadable, teachable, and coachable. The information in this video is fantastic. If you follow it, it is proven, tried and true, over a 52-year track record to be successful. This works. If you follow these instructions and you do what I'm telling you that is being shown to you in this PowerPoint, you will be successful in this business. It may take some time or some effort or some money or all of the three, but you will be successful. And that brings us to step 3, the time, the effort, and the money. Yes, this does take time, effort, and money, and that's no different than working at McDonald's, punching a time clock. You're giving your time and your effort to earn money. The difference is, in this case, you're paying yourself, not somebody else. And the other difference, too, is that you're not in this by yourself. You have people helping you, like me, or whoever it is showing you this video. We're in business with you, and we want you to succeed. So it is beneficial to do this, because the time, effort, and money is not necessarily just yours. I mean, of course, you put yours in, and that pays you, and that helps you, and it makes you succeed, but you're going to have other people's time, effort, and money helping you succeed, too. At the conclusion of this overview, people find themselves in one of 3 categories. They're either interested and ready to participate, or they're interested but would like more information, in which case I would encourage you to reach out to whoever it was that sent you this video. Or the third option is they're not interested at this time or at all, in which case is fine. I would say the age-old saying applies here: you can lead a horse to water, you cannot make them drink. What I have found in this business is that people are perfectly content to continue throwing their money away. And that's literally what they're doing if they decide they're not interested at this point, because you're going to spend money on shampoo and toothpaste and toilet paper regardless. At least we hope you are. I mean, I hope you're brushing your teeth, unless you've got dentures. I hope you're brushing your teeth. And if you're going to spend money on that, then you should get paid for that. Not doing that is literally just throwing your money away. But people find themselves in that situation, and that's fine. Maybe you reach out to the next person, and that's a brother or a cousin to the one you just talked to, and they're the ones that need to approach the person you're talking to now. And that's fine. We have that happen all the time in this business. In fact, that happened with my sponsor. He was presented the business plan, decided not to get into it, and then later his brother-in-law brought him in, who came in after he was shown the plan, and could have been underneath him and helping him make money, but instead now is his sponsor. So, but anyway, this slide is just a disclaimer. It talks about the average monthly gross income for active IBOs at the close of 2016, which was $207. That is just an average. There's no guarantee that you will fall into that bracket. You might make less than that money. You could make substantially more than that amount. It really just goes back to that time, effort, and money we talked about before. At this point in the presentation, I want to explain to you volume in this company. So you create volume in the things that you do. There's point value volume, and then there's bonus volume. And so if you were to find yourself with 100 points, that puts you into this 3% performance bonus range. And basically what that means is whatever money is, whatever money goes through your organization for a given month helps generate point value, and whatever percentage you end up being in at the close of the month as a result of that money that went through your organization dictates how much money you're going to get back based on the points that have been generated as well as the money that's been spent. So you're looking at a potential income at a 3% range here of $99 a month, give or take. Annually, you'd be looking at almost $1,200. This next step talks about teams, and basically what this means is you want to build teams, so you want to get 9 other people just like yourself that you've duplicated yourself in. That gives you a total team count of 10 people and a potential monthly income of $369 or an annual income of $4,428. If then you take those 9 people and you help each of them get 6 people, you're looking at 9 times 6 is 54 people plus your 10 you already had, and you're looking at 64 people with $2,805 potential monthly income to almost $35,000 annual income. And then if you help those 6 find 3 people each, you look at 226 being your total team count and a value of around $9,000 per month, or $125,000 plus dollars per year. It's a pretty substantial income. On this slide, we talk about those teams just expanded a little bit more. That bottom scenario on the previous slide, the $125,000 plus dollars per year, is a team with 7,500 points. In this scenario, if you were to have 3 of those such teams, then you would be looking at a classification of Emerald and making anywhere between $125,000 per year and $250,000 per year. These are real numbers, folks. Our attorneys have told us that we can put these numbers in here because with this number of teams generating this number of points, you will be in this range of income. You may be on the low end, you may be on the high end, but you will be in this range. If you do that with 6 teams, 7,500 points each, you are a diamond level classification. That puts you in the $250,000 to $500,000 a year income range. And with 9 teams, 7,500 points each, you're an executive diamond, over $500,000 per year. Surveys indicate that people are looking for more time or more money or a better lifestyle, or a combination of the 3. We talked about this a little bit earlier with the mother of 3 children scenario and the father with the wife and kids scenario. In my case, I was looking for more money. I wanted to supplement the cost of my consumables each month to where we didn't have to worry about that. This business would pay for it. That was one of my short-term goals. I'll talk about goals more here in a minute. I have several longer-term goals on my bucket list, but in any case, people either want more time, more money, or a better lifestyle. We give our time for money all the time, literally. If we had more money, we wouldn't give as much of our time for it because our time is more important to us. So that's what this slide is about. Whatever your lifestyle desires might be, or whatever your needs might be, these 3 things are, you fall into one of these areas. In this business, you're not in business by yourself. We've talked about this already in the duplication section of the video, and basically in this particular section of the video, you're looking at yourself and me as your sponsor. If I'm the one who sent you this video, or whoever did send you the video would be your sponsor. You, with your sponsor, are a team. You work together to build this business together. You are not in this by yourself. In addition to that, you have an organizational support team, as well as a corporate support team. We're going to talk about those now. The organizational support team is, again, people like myself, and this is Tom and Jean Payne. Tom was a dentist until he was 36 years old, and then he got into this business. He did it for about 4 years, and his accountant came to him and said, Tom, you're paying more money in for taxes each year from what you're making in this business than what you make during the course of a year from your dentistry practice. You might want to reconsider what you're doing with your life. And so Tom retired from dentistry, and for the next 35 plus years of his life, he has lived off of checks from this business alone and nothing more. Additionally, you have Dexter Yeager and his wife. They were the ones that started this business concept 52 years ago. This is their 3 sons, and this gentleman here has a 7th grade level education, and I believe he handles the finances for this group and their business ventures. Finally, we're here to talk about the corporate level. The corporation is Amway. You've probably heard of them, but maybe never knew what they actually did. They are the #1 direct selling company in the world as of 2017. Their global sales are $8.6 billion last year. This year, I believe they're estimating $12 billion. And last year, they paid out more than $3 billion in bonuses and incentives to individuals. They've been in business almost 60 years. They've got an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Very successful company. They've got over 5 different product lines, brands that are billion-dollar product lines and top rated in the world as far as products go. And this is some of those products. So you've got the Nutrilite brand, which are vitamins primarily, but they've got some other things too. And the important thing to mention here is that Nutrilite vitamins are made from plant concentrates that come from plants that are grown on certified organic farms. Nutrilite is the only product in the world of this nature. The certified organic farms that the plants they're made from are grown on are the only certified organic farms in the world. Additionally, the plant concentrates used in these vitamins are significantly higher in content and concentration than what you will find in any other vitamin line out there. There's plenty of research to support this. I've got an excellent video I can send you that talks about Nature's Made Right, or I'm not sure what the brand is. It's Walmart's brand of vitamin. But anyway, the video definitely talks about it far better than I can. This down here is the Artistry line of products. Basically, these are makeup products. They are very comparable to Mary Kay in pricing, but far surpass Mary Kay in quality. So I definitely recommend looking into that if you're a woman, and or if you're a man that uses makeup, look into that product line. And then this Excess brand is fantastic as well. These energy drinks are sugar-free energy drinks. You can get them with or without caffeine. The primary source of energy in these drinks is vitamin B6 and vitamin B12. Excellent products. They've got protein bars, weight building tools, weight loss supplements, all sorts of things. And then over here are some of their partner stores to Amway, that is. Amway has brokered agreements and contracts with these companies that allow you as the consumer to purchase things through these businesses and get point value and bonus value like we talked about before. And so you get money back on what you buy. But in addition to that, a lot of times there's discounts. AT&T, for example, listed here on this page. Anything you buy from them, you get a 19% discount on. So there's all sorts of options here with this company and with this opportunity. At this point, if you would like more information, I would encourage you to do your research. Pause the video for just a second and take a screenshot or take a photo of this page. These links are excellent links to go to get more information. And the next steps, when you decide to come into this business, you need to register your business. That's a very easy process. I'll have another video that can walk people through that process step by step. Then you need to make 3 lists. We talked about a little bit the bucket list. That's your goals, things that you want that you don't have. You also need to make a product list, the stuff that you use in your home, toothpaste, shampoo, toilet paper, etc. All of those things you need to make a list of, take an inventory of, and then start purchasing through this company so that you can get money back. Lastly, you need to make a names list. The names list is your father, your mother, your brother or cousin, your next door neighbor, maybe the person you work with. You never know who it is that needs more or wants more, and you won't know if you don't ask. So you need to make a names list. And then finally, I encourage you to attend a conference. There is a lot of power being in a room with 10,000 other people that are all about your success and helping each other. There's a lot of power in that. Finally, our objectives are to have fun, make money, and change lives. I think this is a lot of fun, helping people and showing them information that can help them change their lives. I get a lot of joy out of that. I get a lot of fulfillment out of that. I love that I am my own boss and get to decide when I'm going to work and how I'm going to work and where I'm going to work and with who I'm going to work. So I think it's a lot of fun, and there's all sorts of money to be made. The retail industry each year on a global level is a $7 trillion industry as of 2015. It's just going to continue to grow, especially the more online things you see happening. Amazon, eBay, they are taking the market, and Amazon is definitely rivaling Walmart. And Walmart's doing online business too, but you're going to see more and more companies follow Toys R Us and Hastings and be going out of business as people continue to go online with their purchasing. And ultimately, we want to change lives. We want to help people. So that's what we're all about. At this point, I thank you for your time. I thank you for watching this video, and there's contact information on the screen if you would like to get in touch with me or follow up. Or if somebody else sent you this video, then reach out to them for their information. And we look forward to partnering with you. Thank you very much.